Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on where you are on this fast forward planet, which is still wrapped in a pandemic, as I've said every week through 52, 53 weeks of this show. There's these huge gaps in vaccine equity around the world, both within the United States and around the world. There's still several billion people.
Depending on where you are on this.
Oh, I'm hearing feedback, so someone has to mute that.
I'll have to mute.
That's okay. Anyway, there's still several billion people in countries that haven't seen a single dose of vaccine administered yet. So we have a lot of work to do on this planet going forward. Not to mention, it's a heating planet. It's warming. The Biden administration has announced an Earth Day summit, but they've only invited 40 leaders out of the world's 200 countries. So I got to ask them about that. And but this is Sunday, so today's show is not about all that stuff. Today's show is about connecting through music. Sunday Sanity is the hashtag. And it's great to have some old friends and newish friends here, and Jewish friends. Happy Pesach to those out there. Soon Easter is coming. Good morning to Laurie Siegel and Paul Kaplan. How are you both doing?
Doing well.
Great.
Yeah, just fine.
And Paul, you just had a show. Do you do a weekly show, Paul? You said you had one last night.
Well, this was basically an album release concert open to the public,
Fantastic.
where I sang the whole album and a couple bonus songs. I actually did a version of Dianu, which was very silly.
Oh, I can imagine 1,000 funny good versions
If
of
tonight you're at a Seder, you can watch this concert later. That kind of thing.
I like it.
At a Seder, concert later, Dianu. Yeah.
That's great.
That is great. And I'm going to start by showing a little video I shot of Pete Seeger more than a decade ago. We miss him dearly, but he resonates on here in the Hudson Valley and around the world through the music he left behind. But this is in the Hudson Valley, in this Lenape territory where I live and Laurie lives. Paul, where are you again?
Amherst, Massachusetts.
Amherst, Mass.
Wampanoag territory.
There you go. So anyway, it's maple syrup time here, and so let me show that video. And Claudia Gibson is coming on in a minute too. Hold on one second. This should work. I think I hit the sound thing. So this is in honor of Pete Seeger and in honor of the sap flowing through the trees all around us. Can you hear it? Do you hear the sound? Good.
First, you get the buckets ready, clean the pans and gather firewood. Late in the winter, it's maple syrup time. You need warm and sunny days, but still the cold and freezing nighttime. For just a few weeks, maple syrup time. We boil and boil and boil and boil it all day long, till 97% of water evaporates, just like this song. And when what is left is syrupy, don't leave it too long. Keep up the fire, maple syrup time. I'll play it. I know it's not the quickest system, but each year I can't resist it. Get out the buckets and tap the trees in time. Making it is half the fun, satisfaction when it's done. Keep up the fire, maple syrup time. My grandpa said perhaps it's just a waste of time. But no more than this attempt to make a happy little rhyme. So swing your tail or pat your feet, but keep in good time. Keep up the fire, maple syrup time. I'll send this song around the world with love to every boy and girl, hoping they don't mind a little advice in rhyme. As in life or evolution, rarely is there a quick solution. Anything worthwhile takes a little time. We boil and boil and boil and boil it all life long, till what is left is syrupy. Don't leave it on the flame too long, but seize the minute, build a new world, sing an old song. Keep up the fire, maple syrup time. Sing that line with me, keep up the fire. Keep up the fire, maple syrup time. Oh, sing it again, everybody. Keep up the fire, maple syrup time.
So great. So great. Was anyone here there? I was there. Obviously, I shot the video. Laura, you weren't at that syrup festival.
I
were you?
wasn't at that one, but I was at so many events like that. It's just, just my heart is just warmed by
Pretty
watching
cool.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some nice comments coming in from around the world and from LinkedIn and from Facebook. There's Rick Polari, maple syrup time. Maybe in Vermont, it's just starting to trickle. I don't know. We'll find out next time Rick is on. So, and how are you doing down in Texas there, Claudia Gibson?
I'm doing fine. I miss the maple syrup thing in Cold Spring. That was always fun. Yeah.
Definitely part of the heartbeat of the year here for sure. And Paul Kaplan, you just did your album release show last night, right?
That's right. Yeah, and we recorded it on YouTube, so it's there in the. I don't know if everyone can see it, but it is on YouTube.
I'll post the link. I should have created a shortcut so it fits in the chat, the public chat, but I'll put it there so people can find it later.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Here it goes into. All right, I'm going to put it on screen. So scribble that down, or just on the various platforms, you can actually just paste it and take it somewhere and save it for later.
Yeah.
How many albums have you put out?
2 LPs and 3 CDs.
That's
Yeah.
pretty great. You're way ahead of me. I've only done one.
Started in 1982, so I haven't been terribly prolific, but I still write and I still love to sing. So.
That's so great. And Claudia, what's the vibe in Wimberley these days?
I don't know. I've just been busy. I had my second vaccine shot, so
Yay!
so
I'm
this
getting
week,
mine
yeah.
on the 30th.
This week was kind of a combination of yay, hooray, and just feeling like I just want to sleep and feeling,
Yeah.
for a few days. And, just busy stuff. It's spring, it's nice out. The Blanco River is beautiful, but we don't have the kind of seasons in the Northeast, so it's a little,
Right.
it's just milder, but it's pretty. I like getting up in the morning and seeing the sun come up over the Blanco River, and what they call rivers down here, we would call creeks. I'm used to the Hudson. I'm spoiled.
Until they're raging rivers.
Yeah, until it's
It
horrible.
comes in bursts, right?
Well, yeah, it does. And when it comes, it's really, truly frightening. It's like nothing you've
Yeah.
ever seen. Our floods, even our bad floods from the Hudson, were gentle. This was.
I know.
These are terrible. But yeah, it's it's just a little scary because the state's opened up and things are not, rates aren't really going down.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But
will
for
see.
musicians, it's a little. There's outdoor things are opening up, so we'll see. I'm looking like I might do a outdoor thing. Looking
Cool.
for the spring and summer. So yeah.
And Lori, maybe you want to kick us off with something? What do you have in mind?
Well,
what's in your
I'm
musical heart
actually
today?
my slot is not till later.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm just here to watch until 11 o'clock. So I want to give Paul
Good
and
point.
Claudia a chance.
Yes. Let's go with the
I have
sign
a
up
Pete
sheet.
Seeger song. Maybe should I
That'd
do
be
it?
great. Yeah,
It's about him. It's not by him.
that's good. Even better.
Well, It's called The Voice of Pete, and I wrote it around 2001 when his voice was getting a little weaker, and he was depending more and more on the, of course, very, very willing audience to help him get through songs.
Right.
But I wrote the song about his voice, the larger voice, which never went away and still remains, actually. And then he found out about the song and told me not to sing it because that's Pete. Not that he didn't like the song, he just he didn't want songs about him. So he said when he kicks the bucket, I could sing it. And well, that bucket went flying into all of us, really, with great force. And so I added a couple posthumous verses, and it came out like this. I dreamed I heard the voice of Pete. Sorry, let me start again. I keep changing the song. I dreamed I heard Pete Seeger sing when he was 93. Says, "Aye, but Pete, you lost your voice. It never died," said he. "It never died," said he. "You used it up at concert halls and all those picket lines." Says, "Pete, I lost my vocal cords. My voice is doing fine. My voice is doing fine. Though some would say my voice has died, it's never been as strong as when it comes back amplified by those who sing along, by those who sing along. For I am like the shanty man who stands before the gale and helps us pull together so we all can raise the sail. We all can raise the sail." And just before my dream was o'er, he left me with these words. When what you sing comes from the heart, you always will be heard. You always will be heard. Now Pete is gone, but if you listen well, you'll surely hear his song, his hammer, and his bell still ringing loud and clear. Still ringing loud and clear. Wisconsin down to Texas, California to Wall Street. When folks sing out for justice, then you'll hear the voice of Pete. You'll hear the voice of Pete. I dreamed I heard Pete Seeger sing when he was 93. Says, "Aye, but Pete, you lost your voice. It never died," said he. "It never died," said he.
Mm-hmm. And
Voice of
there,
Pete.
whoops, I had the picture there and it went away just as I clicked the thing. Yeah, I have there's a great picture of him with his hand to his ear. That was his signal for his voice to come out of other people. And it's a wonderful part of his vibe was that he got everybody singing. Beautiful song.
Thank
Nice.
you. Thank you.
And it's hard to resist singing along, which means on that little mini chorus.
Yeah.
And so, Claudia, you what's on your musical mind this morning? Musical mind and soul.
Well, I fixed my mic. Thank you. That's
Good.
better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing around. Well, I'm writing a song, so I'm kind of in this discombobulated state of like, oh yeah, like I don't know that one well enough to play yet. So I'm in a songwriting group, and our songs are always due Sunday night. So the weekend is always a busy time for finishing them up, and I was doing that. So that song's not quite done yet. But I don't really have a spring song.
What was the prompt? Was this one with the prompt, or is this?
Yeah, well, I'm making up the prompts this time. It's my turn. I'm the professor this semester for our little song.
Can you share
Song
the
group.
prompt that you shared? What was the prompt?
Oh, let me
I love this. For anyone who hasn't heard us talk about this before, I do want to do a Monday show, one of my Thriving Online shows, sometime on the songwriting technique, where as a community you focus on one word or phrase or geography, and everyone has to write a song around that. I think it's a great idea to get people unstuck.
Oh, yeah. And there's songwriting groups all over. I mean, there's a million of them.
Yeah.
And in this one, so let me look. I got to switch tabs. So the prompt was looking for bliss. And I can't play it, but I'll read you the first verse because I like the first verse.
Sure.
It's looking for bliss under the stars, stealing new kisses in old cars, and driving through a field of corn in June with the moon over our shoulders. So that was my first.
Good start.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good one. And it just kind of turned into, I was just thinking about how in college I'd gone out with a bunch of people and we ended up, New Paltz at 2 a.m. driving through someone's cornfield, because it's always a good idea to do that, right?
Yeah.
I think I was about 20, 21. I don't know. Yeah, I was probably about 20. And but it was fun. It was fun. But anyway, I thought I would do another sort of maybe semi-nostalgic song that had a different sort of prompt. This one's called The Days. Let me get my monitors up a little bit. Thinking back to those early days, memories as warm as the nights of June and July, the summer haze, county roads and cityscapes. We laughed till we nearly cried, loved so hard I thought that we would break. It was our world and it was our time. We made all our plans to leave the old behind. Those were our days. Those were our days. Well, maybe it's not my world anymore. It's burning like a house on fire. I can't tell what all the hurry-up's for, but the truth still resonates. The spark in my lover's eye, clear blue skies and what feels like fate. 'Cause this is the world and these are the times. Keeping what's best, I'll leave the rest behind. These are the days. These are the days. These are the days. These are the days. It's a new world, these are new times. So we got new plans, yours and mine. These are the days. These are the days. These are the days. These are Thanks, guys.
Beautifully wrought. Beautifully wrought. I love that, starting with the past, sort of nostalgia, and then clicking to these days.
Yeah,
Really-
and I feel
really
like
nicely done.
I could really change the verses a little at the end to be like,
Yeah.
you know.
No, it's just
Yeah.
fantastic. I was thinking, Laurie, if you're set up there, you could slip in one, and we can go a little bit into the next half hour. So is this, this is all total flex time, and it's great to have you here at the beginning. So
Yeah, sure. It's kind of fun. So I'm going to do a different song than the one I planned for the beginning of the 11 o'clock hour, but riffing on spring songs. I'm dusting off one that I wrote years ago. Hold on, I'm tangled.
we're all tangled up in blue.
Yes. All right, here we go. This is an old song I wrote a long time ago, spring song. Can you hear my guitar?
Yeah.
Okay. And the chorus goes like this. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. Try that with me. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. The sun is shining through my window today. I can hear the world awaken. Springtide whispers her sweet promises to me. All things so new and so familiar. I walk through the open door to greet all things I've planned before. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. My friends are all waking from their winter despair, casting their burdens away. Smiles upon faces, and love is everywhere. Singing songs of a new day. Oh, I walk through that open door to greet all things I stand before. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. The sun is shining through my window today. I can hear the world awaken. Springtime whispers her sweet promises to me. All things are new and so familiar. open door to greet all things I stand before. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. Shed a little light, shed a little light on, shed a little light on me. Thank you.
Very nice. That shed a little light on this gloomy morning here in the Hudson Valley.
Indeed.
Nice tune. Nice tune. Well, Paul Kaplan, back over to you for a little musical light. What's on your new album? Unless you have something already queued up.
Well, it's funny because I have a song on my new album that's called These Are the Days. And it kind of picks up where Claudia's song left off, except it's not.
I'm suing, Paul. I'm suing. That's it.
It's not poignant and lovely like that was. It's actually another parody. My album is in 3 sections, and the first one is called These Days. And this is one of the songs. It's a parody of the old Mary Hopkins song with the die, 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 which I hope you'll sing along on. But it's a modern take on that song, which I wrote last spring. Once upon a time, our lives were normal. We'd sit around in groups. Remember groups? Remember how we'd pass away the hours, gathering in bars or on our stoops. These are the days, my friend. When will they ever end? I've been inside forever and a day. I'd like to leave this spot, but I don't have a yacht, so I'm afraid I'll never get away. Da 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 da. In the town of Wuhan was a market selling wild boar and pangolin. Virus came and people had to shelter, and they would sing these words in Mandarin. These are the days, my friend. When will they ever end? I've been inside forever and a day. I'd like to leave this spot, but still it's way too hot. These are the days, oh yes, these are the days. Da 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 da. Die, 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 die. Then the virus spread to every country, but it spared the good old USA. Luckily, our president's a genius, so he made the whole thing. Wait, that's not how it went. That's not how it goes. Here's the real third verse. Then the virus spread to every country. Now inside the house we have to stay. When I try to teach my kids their lessons, I see why teachers ought to get more pay. These are the days, my friend. When will they ever end? I've been inside forever and a day. I'd like to leave this spot before I start to rot. These are the days, oh yes, these are the days. Da 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 da. The president has offered a solution. Maybe that will work or maybe not. I think that vaccination is the answer to inoculate us from this idiot. These are the days, my friend. When will they ever end? I've been inside forever and a day. But I'll stay in this spot till I can get a shot. These are the days, oh yes, these are the days. Da 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 da. These are the days, oh yes, these are the days. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da,
A classic, an instant classic. I was just
Different
tweeting
take
it
than
out there.
Claudius.
Man, that's just fantastic.
Great
Wow.
job, Paul.
Thank you.
Boy, oh boy. Dave Tarlow, welcome. I'm getting a little feedback from you, I think, unless someone else had. Well, maybe Paul. Do you have a second screen open with this playing on it? Maybe.
No.
Okay, it's gone now.
Is it for,
It's I don't hear it now. There was some feedback. What a great song. I'll be pushing the heck out of that new album. And Dave Tarlow, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to our wacky Sunday morning. Happy Pesach and all that.
Yeah.
To everybody.
And all that. Yep.
Spring has sprung.
Has
We had
sprung.
we had a wild frog chorus that first warm night a few days ago. That was just stunning. I put
Spring
the
peepers.
Yep, and wood frogs. So it was like peep 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 peep, and then quack quack. Wood frogs had this amazing quacking note.
Cool.
So how you doing, David?
I'm doing fine. We're doing well. Like we know we're inoculated, so we're happy here.
Wow, I'm getting my second shot on the 30th, which is I guess this week.
Yeah.
Bravo. Slowly but surely. I just saw
yeah.
a really disturbing graphic was just tweeted a little while ago by an epidemiologist showing, again, these extraordinary gaps in vaccination around the world. Some countries are vaccinating their young and healthy people, even as other countries haven't even vaccinated their first responders yet.
Haven't started many countries.
So
right?
it's really tough. Well, good morning to you. And do you have your banjo on? So Rick Polari's not here this morning, so you're the banjo guy.
I'm the banjo guy.
Yeah, how you doing? And maybe you can kick off a tune.
All right. So this is one I wrote a few years ago, based on a sign that I saw at a demonstration that said, "Querían enterrarnos, pero olvidaron que somos semillas." They want to bury us, but they forgot we are seeds. And I said, that's a song. Took me a while to write it. Actually, got some help from Lisa Gutkin. We went back and forth in it a bit. And let's try it. They wanted to bury us. They're trying to bury us. Thought they could bury us. Forgot we are seeds. Nos querían enterrar. Nos trataron de enterrar. ¿Cómo pudieron olvidar que somos semilla? They wanted to bury us, they're trying to bury us. Thought they could bury us, forgot we are seeds. Nos querían enterrar, nos trataron de enterrar. ¿Cómo pudieron olvidar que somos semilla? We are seeds in a garden. Colors shining bright. If we could all just share the flower, wouldn't everything be all right? But the owners of the garden, to all we own, they lay a claim. Claim it as their birthright. Put everything in their name. They wanted to bury us. They're trying to bury us. Thought they could bury us, forgot we are seeds. Nos querían enterrarnos, trataron de enterrar. ¿Cómo pudieron olvidar que somos semilla? The higher they pile the dirt, the deeper the hole. How is it they never learn? That's how seeds grow. Our minds are the fertile ground. Our tears flow like healing rain. Our blood feeds the roots, and then they grow back strong once again. They wanted to bury us, they're trying to bury us. Thought they could bury us, forgot we are seeds. Nos querían enterrar, nos trataron de enterrar. ¿Cómo pudieron olvidar que somos semilla? Yes, we are seeds.
That's a beautiful song. What's the history of that one?
As I said, it was a poster that someone was holding up at a demonstration that said the Spanish words, querían enterrarnos, pero olvidaron que somos amigos. Then when I was down in Mexico, it turns out it's not an uncommon saying down there. There's a lot of posters.
We are
I
seeds.
saw like graphic arts saying, using that idea. So I'm not sure if that's where it originated, but it's a great expression, isn't it?
The idea
Yeah,
was
it's
they tried to
beautiful.
bury us. Yeah.
They tried
Yeah.
to bury us, but they forgot we are seeds. Yeah.
That's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice tune. And I love
a guy that Lori and I sing with, Ruben Gonzalez, also because he also wrote a totally different song on it. That's a wonderful song, which we've performed with him many times. So that was kind of fun too.
beautiful.
Yeah,
And
we'll have
having
to
it,
get him on here sometime,
Yeah,
Ruben.
yeah.
that would be great.
Ruben
Totally.
is a great songwriter and singer. Yeah.
I'd love to meet him. Where is he located?
He lives in Manhattan now. He's from Argentina originally. Now he teaches music in elementary school in New York, in the
Great.
Bronx. He lives in the Bronx or Manhattan. He lives in Upper Manhattan.
Great.
Yeah.
So Claudia, you're doing something amazing today, and I know you got to leave soon to focus on family. You're going to the movies in the theater. You're muted right now. So before you
Yes.
leave, maybe you have one more quick tune to slip in. That'd be awesome.
I do. And I'm going to the movies, even though it makes me a little nervous. It's all separated, and
Yeah.
we've all had our second shots in my family, my husband, my daughter. So we're meeting my daughter up in Austin and going to the movies. I'm going to see the Lord
Fantastic.
of the Rings on the big screen, which is like,
Wow.
ooh, yeah. So, but anyway, I sent you by messenger a pretty funny picture that to me is like such a sign of the times, which my son had sent me last night. It was on Reddit, and there's a lot of stuff going on in Texas right now about masks, and some people think, oh, they're not necessary, or personal freedom. And then there's a restaurant that was just disgusted in not having it, and had all the reasons for why you need to wear your mask, or we'll kick you out. We'll kick your butt out, they said.
Good. I'm checking
So
that
I-
message now. See if I can show the picture in a
it's a
second.
very funny picture. Even though this song has nothing to do with that, it just amused
That's
me because
fine.
I know it's been your overarching theme of the past year. You've been doing this for a year.
I know. Tell me about it. It's weird to think that thought. Yeah. So here's the. There it is.
Yeah, I forgot it. Go get it. You won't hear
Mask?
me. Speak up. And it's hard to breathe. Grow up.
Oh, I like that line.
I like that. Yeah. So, it's kind of like, yeah. And it's a big problem down here because it's gone from being, where a proprietor in a business can just point at the sign saying by order of the governor, and now they can't do that. So it's causing problems for businesses the majority of them, who still do want people to be wearing masks. And
It's so screwed up.
I know it's a little messed up. it's a little messed up. But anyway,
Yep.
I'm going to do a song that's totally about a serious subject that is totally, completely different. I'm going to do the title song from my EP from a couple years ago, Louisiana Sky, which I wrote after touring a historic plantation, which was very strange, in the middle of a lightning and thunderstorm by the bayou of Louisiana.
Mm.
60 miles from nowhere, city lights left behind, just me and the highway in a Louisiana sky. I heard the past come a-calling like a voice from up high, saying we all once lived here under Louisiana skies. Crossed a bridge over the bayou, sugarcane rose tall and wide, plantation cabins down an old gravel road. There's ghosts in the live oaks telling tales from old souls. Blue beads in their pockets to keep off the evil eye. Couldn't lift them to freedom under Louisiana skies. And on their papers, first names only: Moses, Martha, and a child. Life stories left here in cypress and stone, once flesh and blood, now dust and bone. Clouds darkened and swirled down, lightning crackled and cried. Tears of history were streaming from the Louisiana sky. Cabins empty and dusty, voices still by the time. I said my prayer to the nameless in the Louisiana sky. Said you won't be forgotten on the Louisiana skies.
Very sweet.
Thank you.
Very sweet. We got Donna Nestler, and maybe Rick is there too in the green room. Donna's healing up slowly from a really bad leg injury, knee injury. And I see Lydia Adams Davis is in the green room, coming on soon. Lydia, good to see you. It's been too long. And but we have a little more time here for you all. I'd love to maybe see if we could snag in one more tune from each of you. If we could do that. And I wish we could go see Lord of the Rings with you today, Claudia. There's something about, I mean, I'm sure we're not the only people to have invested. Finally, we bought a new TV for like the first time in 12 years.
Yes,
and
us too. Yeah.
And it's a bigger one,
Yeah.
but it's still not the same as being in a theater.
It's pretty amazing, though. I mean, I was never much about TVs, but
Yeah.
I bought it for my husband for Christmas, but I realized I really bought it for me because I've been watching lots of movies. And unfortunately, I do have to pop out because I have a bunch of stuff going on. So
For
I
sure.
have
Great to have you
but
here.
thank you for having me, and thank you all guys for your songs.
Absolutely.
I'll be listening. I'll be listening as I do my chores. So
All right. Well, you have a good day.
thanks.
And onward we go through Passover toward Easter and the like. So let's have another round. This is it's kind of fun. It's still not the same as sitting in Laurie's living room or at the town crier up on the stage, but it's pretty cool.
Soon. This year I'm going to have another party once
Great.
everybody's vaccinated.
Great. So you got one more tune you might slip in?
I think I can. Yep.
I think I can.
I'm going to do a Phil Oakes song.
Great.
Come on and take a walk with me through this green and growing land. Walk through the deserts and the deserts and the sand, mountains and the sand. Walk through the valleys and the rivers and the plains. Walk through the sun and walk through the rain. Here is a land full of power and glory, beauty that words cannot recall. Oh, her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. From Colorado, Kansas, and the Carolinas to Virginia and Alaska, from the old to the new, Texas and Ohio and the California shore. Tell me who could ask for more? Here is a land full of power and glory, beauty that words cannot recall. Oh, her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. She's only as rich as the poorest of the poor, only as free as a padlocked prison door, only as strong as our love for this land, only as tall as we stand. Here is a land full of power and glory, beauty that words cannot recall. Oh, her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. This land is still ruled by those who have to hate. They'll twist away our freedom, then they twist away our fate. Fear is their weapon, treason is their cry. We can stop them if we try. We can stop them if we try. Here is a land full of power and glory, beauty that words cannot recall. Oh, her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. Her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. Her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Her glory shall rest on us all. On us all. Thank you.
The only bummer is that that's one that's, without Karen Brooks and Melissa and maybe the rest of us standing behind you.
Yeah.
It has that potential to be such a grand anthem.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it this morning as I'm realizing how, I was looking at those videos of that state assembly woman getting arrested in Georgia and thinking, God, we have so much more work to do. And
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly throw in one, just if you don't mind, because it's got spring in it. It's got the cycle. It's one we all normally do together too. I came from old New England's shores. I miss those salty tides. My friends from Rocky Mountains high, they crave their starry skies. Some flock to California towns where sunsets glow like ale. But it's Hudson River banks and hills that make my soul set sail. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's gold and winter's snows and spring and summer's green. A billion years of time and toil are etched in these old hills. Carved by ice and dynamite, but they stand firm here still. Seen tomahawks and cannon fire and mighty industries, but these Hudson Highlands will endure when we are history. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's gold and winter's snows and spring and summer's green. I've been around this whole wide world. I've been up toward the pole. But when I die, please let me lie in Hudson Valley soil. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's gold and winter's snows and spring and summer's green. One more time. From Breakneck Ridge to the Bear Mountain Bridge and all that lies between. In autumn's gold and winter's snows and spring and summer's green. There you go. I like the back in the beat days. So, David Tarlow, what else is on your musical mind before we get on with this morning?
Oh, okay. Paul, you appreciate. Hold on a second, I'm stuck on here. Paul, I know you love parodies, and this is a pretty serious parody.
I like that idea.
Well,
serious parody.
Yeah. Lori asked me to suggest I do this one. I think I've mentioned that I've been doing these. Whoops, let me cut myself in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned I've been doing these sing-alongs with family and friends for over about a year now. And the first song that we did, because originally it was intended for kids, we had a lot of kids at the beginning, was I Had a Rooster, which is one of my all-time favorite songs. I've been singing all my life. Probably learned it from my mother, probably via Pete, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And after the shootings in Atlanta, my wife said, you have to do a song about that. So my smart wife, she just said. So I came up with this. It's called I Had Not a Rooster. I had a hatred, and it pleased me. I fed my hatred on a poisonberry tree. My little hatred said, this land is for me, for me, for me, not for you, not for me. I had a president, and he pleased me. I fed my president on the poisonberry tree. My little president said, China virus, China virus. My little hatred said, this land is for me, for me, not for you, but for me. I had a sheriff, and he pleased me. He fed my hatred on that poisonberry tree. My little sheriff said, bad day, bad day. My little president said, China virus, China virus. My little hatred said, this land is for me, not for you, but for me. I had a senator, and he pleased me. He fed my hatred on the poisonberry tree. My little senator said, partisan, partisan. My little sheriff said, bad day, bad day. My little president said, China virus, China virus. My little hatred said, this land is for me, not for you, not for me. I once had a country that looked like me. Well, I fed my hatred on that poisonberry tree. But now my country says change, change. While my little senator said partisan, partisan. And my little sheriff said bad day, bad day. And my little president said China virus, China virus. And my little hatred said this land is for me, not for you, not for me. I had a neighbor, didn't look like me. Well, I fed my hatred on that poisonberry tree. But one day I woke up, said, past is past. Now that my country says change, change. Though my little senator still says partisan, partisan. And my little sheriff says bad day, bad day. And my little president said China virus, China virus. It's time to wake up and say this land is for me, for you and you. It's for you and for me.
Wow. You wrapped a whole span of things into that tune.
Yeah, kind of. What can I tell you?
I love that. China virus, China virus. One note, Charlie. Did anyone note Dr. Burks? I guess there's a big interview series by Sanjay Gupta on CNN airing tonight, but they've been putting out clips from it. And here's Deborah Birx, the woman who stood by Trump at all those press conferences in charge of the coronavirus task force, saying in this interview, well, after the first surge, it was clear it's clear we could have saved hundreds of thousands of lives from that point forward, that we didn't. I'm like, okay, thank you very much for your service. Not. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The people who basically stood by while that presidential chorus was going on have a lot of explaining to do. But that's for the weekday sessions. So here we are. Donna and Rick and the Catskills, how are you guys doing? And I see Lydia Adams Davis is here. See how you're doing there, Lydia.
Hi there.
Great to have you on.
Thank you. I had to switch devices because the StreamYard wasn't coming in where I was. It was all stuttery. So here
okay.
I think we're working now. Oh my gosh.
Looks like we are. And Rick and Donna, how are you doing?
Doing pretty well. It's rainy and dreary here, but other than that, we're fine.
I know, and the syrup is flowing. And I see Joanne Randa's coming on from California also in a second. I can't wait to have her back on the show. The Californians who come on at this hour deserve a special medal because it's like 8:30 in the morning there. So I see she'll be popping in a second. So Rick and Donna, I noticed, Donna, that you posted a picture somewhere of your boat.
Yeah.
So it's going to get launched?
Well, she was supposed to go in on Friday, but the crane wasn't operating yet. So maybe next week. Between Rick and another friend, she got all set up. And I'm missing her.
Oh.
But hey, I got on the back porch yesterday.
Oh, great. So
and I took a picture of my little daffodils from afar because I couldn't get to them. But
wow. Well, happy spring.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, I know. It's here. The sap is flowing. I played Pete Seeger's Maple Syrup Time song at the beginning of the show.
Yep, I heard it.
And here we go. Oh, and here's Joanne. I'm going to bring everybody in. Hey, Joanne.
Hey, we're all together now.
How are things out in California?
So I got a test.
You're still, you're setting up. Sorry, I brought you
I
in.
hear your lovely voice, though.
Joanne, we can hear you. Maybe she doesn't have her headphones on yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll put her back in the green room for just a second.
Back to the green room with you.
Here she goes. Hey, sorry, I brought you on too abruptly, Joanne. How are you? Oh, you're still setting up. She'll come back on in a minute.
Okay.
It's been great to get to know her from a distance. And so, Rick and Donna, you want to kick us off with a song?
Well, apropos of
actually,
spring-
wait, before you do, I met Paul, who had said he has a seed song, and we just had that David Tarlos song about don't bury us. If you bury us, we're a seed. We're going to come back up. So, Paul, what was on your mind that was relevant to that tune?
Thank you. Yeah, people are giving me great lead-ins for songs on my album today. The cover of the album shows a corn's sprout coming up out of ashes. And that's because of the song that is on the album. The last song is called After the Fire, which is I wrote after 9/11 as the metaphor.
Your hands are cold too.
It was a metaphor for rebirth, and of course since then there's also been these devastating actual fires. So the song now has a literal meaning.
Right, for sure.
And on the album, we did actually 2 live versions, and the engineers stitched them together. I don't quite know how, but it's called After the Fire, and I'll sing it quick because I know a lot of people. I want to hear old Rick and Donna and Lydia and everybody.
Good.
So it goes like this. After the fire, the tears fell like rain, where tall trees had stood. There was nothing but pain, a forest of green was turned into ash. The world that we knew disappeared in a flash. After the fire, we gathered around, searching for signs of life on the ground. The earth looked so bare, as dead as can be, but something was there that nobody could see. Slowly a seed under our feet started to stir, woken up by the heat. It sent down a root to help it hold tight. It sent up a shoot to reach for the light. Seedlings will grow, trees will stand tall, but we'll always know how far they can fall. But nothing can kill the will to survive. After the fire, there is so much alive. Seedlings will grow, trees will stand tall, though we'll always know how far they can fall. but nothing can kill the will to survive after the fire. There is so much alive after the fire. There is so much alive.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Really, it has layers of power, just as you were
Thank you.
saying.
Thank you. Yeah, we recorded it with a 70-person chorus, so that it was pretty impressive, and yeah, it came out.
Can't wait to hear the album.
Well. Yeah, thank you. And thanks.
Great. Are you
thanks
mainly
for letting me on today? I'm enjoying myself immensely.
Is your main social media presence on Facebook, or are you also on Twitter or other?
Nowhere. I guess I'm on Facebook. Yeah, I am on Facebook and PaulKaplanMusic.com.
PaulKaplanMusic.com. Great. Yeah. Well, beautiful stuff.
Thanks.
So have a great day going forward. You can hang out here.
I definitely want to hear everybody else.
Yeah. No problem.
I loved hearing you.
Here.
So now on to Rick and Donna and Lydia. And Joanne is coming back on. I think she's clicking in and out there. I'm not sure what the issue is. So Rick and Donna, what was on your musical hearts and souls this morning?
Well, you started out with Pete Seeger and Bubble, 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 Bubble. And then Paul did his song, Pete's Voice. And then Paul then did another a song that you wrote based on a poster in a Spanish language. Am I correct? Did I catch that story? So this is kind of mushing it all up together. Plus, it's spring.
Yes.
De colores se vistan los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de fuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos así. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Canta el gallo con el kiri, 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 kiri. La gallina con el cara, 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 cara. Los pollitos con el pío, 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 pío. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. De muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. De colores, sí, de blanco y negro y rojo y azul y castaño. Son colores de gente que ríe, estrecha la mano. Son colores de gente que sabe de la libertad. Y por eso muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Thank you, thank you.
I was waiting for that. Sometimes when we sing it, I think we end with just "De colores" at the end. I was kind of waiting for that.
I've never done it that way. I'd have to hear you guys do that.
Maybe it was Lori. Lori, do you guys sometimes hang it on close it out with just "De colores"? Maybe I don't know where I heard it that way. Maybe I'm just imagining it.
Maybe it's
Fantastic
just your
song.
arrangement.
Maybe it is. Fantastic song.
Thank you. It's
And
spring.
Lydia in Beacon. I assume you're in Beacon. Oh, you're muted. You have to unmute. Or let me just see if I. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Hold on. Wait, I have to. Let me try it now. There we go. Okay.
Okay, good afternoon. It's just about afternoon. I'm so glad to see Donna smiling.
And hey, Joanne. Just want to bring you in while we can. Joanne, we're getting a little feedback. Could you put on your headphones or?
They're not working, so
okay.
I just tried them. Sorry.
Let me try a setting here. I'm going to mute you for a second, but I'm going to fix something. Let's see here. Anyway, Lydia, what you got going musically?
Okay, I've been just writing exclusively about women's suffrage, and I have a little video that's just been produced on Wednesday. It's Susan B. and Suffrage Songs.
Oh, great.
She was quite a political person, but it's your beautiful springtime show, and I'd love to just shout out to Paul how much I love that last song. I've been a fan of yours since before this century even thought of being. And I also would like to just say, hey, you guys together, Rick and Donna, you've become such a duo. I've been able to hear you grow into that. And I'm so glad you're walking somewhat. My goodness, when we get a little age on, no, she's not. But look at that spirit. And when we get a little bit age on us, our joints and our broken little ankles and stuff, they don't grow. So thank you very much for having me here today. I enjoy your show, but I have a little bit of technical difficulty with StreamYard up here. Hopefully you'll hear me without the stuttering.
It's sounding fine.
Great. Good job, iPad. The springtime flowers came early this year. First crocus came in the cold. I asked my mother which color she'd seen, and same as me, she'd been seeing gold. Snowdrops are pushing through gardens upstate. I saw them through new ancient eyes. No one remembers what springtime is like. Spring always takes you by surprise. No one remembers what springtime is like. Spring always takes you by surprise. March winds are blowing the branches round. Clouds roll like distant seas. Something is green in the hills way beyond, and sleeping gray you still see. This time of year's filled with suspense, like the night before Christmas arrives. No one remembers these springtime events. Spring always takes you by surprise. No one remembers these springtime events. Spring always takes you by surprise. New love awakens a soft willow breath. Morning mist rain, sing moans and sighs. Something is happening within my breast. I don't know what it is, do I? As I stretch to the planet around, I feel the grass coming alive. And new love is waking a soft willow breath. Spring always takes you by surprise. New love is waking a soft willow breath. Spring always takes you by surprise.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. I wrote that across the river, looking at the Beacon Hills here. So glad to live here now. Been about 8 years since I've lived here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
This part of the Hudson Valley is having a nice awakening socially. There's still some deep problems in our communities in Newburgh and parts of Beacon still too, but we're working on it. It's great to hear that song. Beautiful.
Thank you.
So Joanne, how are you doing out in California?
Same thing here. The tree in our backyard is blooming full bore, and it's feeling good. Feeling good out there.
Great to have you here.
People are coming out of their hidey holes, and more and more people are vaccinated, and so yeah, it's feeling
great. Yeah, Claudia Gibson in Texas says they're actually going to go to a movie today, she and her family. So, socially distanced, and they've all been vaccinated, fully vaccinated. So they're going to go to see Lord of the Rings on the big screen. Which is
my God.
I know.
And my parents are going to go to church inside with 100 people. And I'm in Florida. They are. I'm in California, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But, they're in their late 90s, and it's Easter. So do they want to do that?
Well, good for them. So what's on your musical mind and heart this morning?
Oh, this is a song kind of speaking to what Lydia was mentioning about as we go through life and we get broken open over and over and over. Rolling and rolling and finding our center, the broken open hearts. Rolling and finding our center, the broken open hearts. Broken open hearts. Rolling and finding our center, the broken open hearts. Rolling and finding our center, the broken open hearts. Broken open hearts. Life, it is an apple rolling on the ground, seeds in every part of it and magic to be found. So rest your head upon my chest and marvel at the sight. Good and bad both reside, dawn and darkness side by side. And life is short but wide when it's broken open. center, the broken, open hearts, rolling and finding our center, the broken, open hearts, broken, open hearts. Life, it is a dandelion plucked past its prime. Seeds sail every which way and bring me peace of mind. So rest your head upon my chest and marvel at the sight. Sun and moon, earth and sky, ours is not to question why. Is life short but wide when it's broken open? Broken open, broken open. Life, it is an open sky with clouds that turn, colors changing endlessly beneath the sun that burns. So rest your head upon my chest and marvel at the sight. Sun and moon, earth and sky, ours is not to question why. Is life short but wide when it's broken open, broken open, broken open? Bum, 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 bum. Rest your head on the air. Rest your head on the air. Rolling and finding our center. Rolling and finding our center. Broken, open hearts. Broken, open hearts. So it's like we're a bunch of long distance truckers through life. You know, and so many times you think, oh, this is it. This is culmination and the end. But no, you just pick yourself back up and you just keep going. So
yeah, that what you just said reminds me of that film Nomadland, which we saw recently. People are just, it's mostly about retirees moving around and finding places to settle and moving around and finding places to settle and ending up homeless but still having a home but still getting up in the morning and doing it again. It's it's a very linear film, but it's got some of
my
that same
sister
vibe.
just sent me that book.
Oh, really?
She didn't tell me anything about what it was about. I've never heard of it. It just showed up in the mail yesterday. So
yeah, well, dive in. You'll see. It's
all
kind
right.
of life at the end of the road, but still going and going. And,
one chapter after the next.
Yeah, there you go.
Rick Polari relates to that movie.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
For a particular reason?
Oh, well, how many years did he spend out on the road?
Oh, well, sure.
For months doing school programs and, sleeping in his truck. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of musicians have been in that situation. Lydia, do you have another song in mind this morning? It could be something from your catalog related to suffrage or whatever you feel like. You have to unmute, Lydia.
Thank you so much.
There we go. Yeah.
I was born a Quaker girl, working for a family goal. We did never find our house with glamour. We looked into the soul. We were quiet but strong, and we stood for good, not wrong. Not an easy rhyme to tell you that I'm Susan B. Once lovely and not a finder, doing what my family wanted, just try to love each other. So I got to work it hard in the mill. My father was a wonderful man, but still, when one girl got sick, he asked me to pick up her job. And I, Susan B., did comply, for she was a brilliant solver of problems with yarn and looms that would not work. But I said, Father, why can't she be the boss of the mill? I think she's smarter than I'll ever will, or the men in the mill who get paid 3 times more than she. I'm sorry, my dear Susan B. I've been educating you all I can. But as far as it comes to be leader at a shop, it would never do, for a woman cannot. So off to boarding school I went. I was lucky 'cause the schools around me were spent. Nothing for me as a girl. We were not allowed to learn arithmetic or stuff. And Susan B., a teacher soon could be. She laughed frequently, and when she went on to a school, she got to meet Lucretia Mott and other strange, strong women, and she knew that she had found her goal. She would not sew or seek a husband. She would not be a drudge. She would not be someone's doll. She had to be a teacher after all. That was the only job for Susan B. To continue independently. She was strong, she was true, better educated than you. Years passed. Finally, she saw the calling of her soul. The light within her was to go and tell the women of the land, you don't have to stand for being mistreated and abused. You do not have your talents to be hid under a bushel or used up from careworn days. So her lecture tour began. 10 or 15 years on the land. Y'all know that she met a friend named Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and they became a strong writing duo. Susan with the legs of strength, and Susan with the words of passion. Years passed, and when at last I found myself on trains and hiking through terrains in wintry blasts, and staying in little wonderful inns which were run exclusively by women, and all their pay went to their husbands, I finally saw some of the message was getting through, and people were congregating, and other women were writing, as I do, especially to change, to find equality, equal rights for women. We made one mistake in planning when the Civil War came on. Our anti-slavery work had won, and our anti-liquor had kind of won, but the right to vote wasn't come. I live a long time, almost long enough to see women get the right and just begin to achieve equality. Thank you.
That's a really special tune. I really like the what you've laid out there, and of course the this journey for equality is still, as you say, it's still going on.
Yep. Well, thank you, and it is available. You know, we can send it to you if you'd like it, Andy. It's on Zoom from the library I worked for this past week, Essex County Library.org in New Jersey.
Oh, good, great, and especially if it's on. Does it end up on YouTube or the like?
I
Anywhere?
guess if I figure out how to put it there, it will.
Sure, that would be,
Yeah.
or Facebook. Yeah, that's good.
Yep, it will get there when I figure it out, and I will figure it out.
All right.
So much for the chance to sing that song. I hope it was recorded, was it?
Yep. As soon as we're done, this ends up being an archived recording on 4 different places.
Thank you so much. And I love watching Donna smile. You have no idea what brightness that girl gives me. Yes. Yes.
That's
she
great.
puts up with a pretty cool man, too. He's just very different than his age. We were terrible. We fought like cats back in the early Sloop Singer days, you know.
I've taken over that role.
Yeah,
Oh, that's very funny.
girl.
Well, she does have her boat. She can escape out onto the Long Island Sound if she gets too frustrated.
Once I can start walking.
Yes. So speaking of Rick and Donna, do you have another tune to throw into the mix here before we come to a close? The next
Well,
few
yeah,
minutes?
as long as we're talking about the boat. I was down there this week, took the cover off the boat, noticed the Woody Guthrie just got her cover off.
Great.
So sailing season's coming.
What key we in?
G. And this is a John Prine song. I've always aspired to write as simply as he does. It's just incredible. I mean, I don't write them complicated, but
He
John
distills
Prine's
it
got me
more.
beat.
He distills things so much more.
He does.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Sailing around, sailing around, sailing around. Been out sailing around again. I've been out sailing around and I can't get back to you. I'm hanging around, hanging around, hanging around. Been out hanging around again. I've been out hanging around and I can't get back to you. Now, honey, so long? What have I done so wrong? I'm so glad I finally found you. I can't wait to put my arms around you. I've been hanging around, can't get back to you. So I'm shopping around, shopping around, shopping around. I've been out shopping around again. Been out shopping around, I can't get back to you. Oh, honey, where you been so long? What have I done so wrong? I'm so glad I finally found you, and I can't wait to put my arms around you. I've been hanging around, can't get back to you. So now I'm sailing around, sailing around, sailing around. Been out sailing around again. I've been out sailing around, and I can't get back to you. I've been out sailing around, I can't get back to you. I've been sailing around, can't get back to you.
Yeah, John Prine did cut to the quick. He and Guy Clark also, who wrote in that same crisp, compact way, who's also written songs about boats too. So we'll have to. I just can't wait till we're back together again. I started singing almost automatically in the background with you, singing around with you, but I can't do it at the same time because of digital limits. But we try to rhyme.
Soon.
Soon.
You and I get our second shot the same day.
The 30th. Cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. And then by the time I can walk again, we'll be all set and
walking around again.
Yeah.
On the boat again.
It's like another 3.5 weeks before I can put weight on it.
Wow. So, Joanne, we're going to close things out with you. If you have one more tune to offer, that would be great. Thanks for coming on again so early in the morning. And
I had a little trouble this morning getting in for some reason, but yeah. Anyway, this song I wrote in the spring, I don't know, 10 years ago, sitting by a creek in the woods with my daughter on Mother's Day. It's called Where the Waters Flow. 13 years ago, I never would have thought that it would be so. I just said goodbye to my brother. 13 years ago, I was single and scared to let you in. I just said goodbye to my brother, to my best friend, where the waters flow. The waters flow. The waters flow. But now we're here where the sun shines and the butterflies fly by. Now we're here where the waters flow. my husband and my child and I. Now we're here where the waters flow, where the waters flow, where the waters flow, the waters And this is a line you can all sing at home, and sing it to that person or that place that you feel the most loyalty, commitment to, or whatever it is that you are committed to, your sense of your arrow, your internal arrow is devoted to. Yeah. I will always be there for you if you want me to. I will always be beside you. I will always be beside you. I will always be beside you. Where the waters flow, where the waters flow, where the waters flow, where the waters flow. Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what a wonderful morning it has been. That was a splendid song. I couldn't resist pulling up some video that I just had shot. I
like
just
your
shot
dog
that a
got
week
in
ago
there.
here in Hudson Valley. Yep. Maddie, the old one. Yeah, the water flows by here in the Hudson Valley all the time, and in life we flow on too. And I hope you will all be back in the weeks to come. This was a wonderful morning. Thanks to everybody who came on, and to those who are here now, Rick and Donna and Lydia, and of course Joanne out in Humboldt County, California.
That's right.
Yeah. Thanks again for getting up early and sharing your spirit with us.
Well, thanks for creating this room, this big wide room.
Awesome. So as I said earlier, this gets archived right away on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and wherever videos are shown. And so you can share the joy with folks around you, and go on with your days, and hug those who are in your bubble, and virtual hugs to those who are out. Get everyone vaccinated as soon as possible here and elsewhere around the world. Let's keep that work up. And then we all dive into the work week for those who are working, and just be well. So thanks for joining us today on this Earth Institute
Thank you, Andy.
Song and Story Swap. Thank you, Donna.
Give Lisa a hug.
I will. She is in my bubble, and I will do that. So take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.